Here's a quick look at the market for Friday, October the 2nd, 2009 through the eyes of eMiniDayTrader. Well, we had the bearish bias going into today. So what we're looking at here, this is what occurred overnight market profile. You can see it really was in two stages. It sold off hard at 8:30 Eastern Time when the news was released. So these are our market profiles. This, of course, was yesterday. This profile is what occurred today. So in essence, what we ended up by having here was a continuation of the down auction, and then in the overnight, and then just a consolidation in the daytime frame. So our bias is still certainly to the downside, with some resistance up there as early actually as at 25 and 27, and then potential support around today's low. And the overnight low, which was down at 12, so 12 and 15, and then 25 and 27 for immediate areas of potential support and resistance. So other than that, we'd probably be looking at 36 if the market should start to have a nice rally. We also like to use the regular market profile, which does not include the overnight session, but instead splits it off between the volume and the lettered market profile. So you can see that it's just a very tight range today, and obviously not a lot of opportunity. Market has a big gap down, as you can see right here. This is where the market opened, and this is where it had closed the previous day. So that move was approximately 12 points, so a nice gap. But the market, you can see here, did come up and close that gap. I don't know if it closed it to where it closed the gap, if you consider the gap to the previous day's close. I think more importantly, it did close the gap though with yesterday's low, but then did close back down in here. So I think the down option is still intact, and you want to try and trade it accordingly. We only had one trade today. Obviously a pretty tight range here today, the total range only being approximately 11 points. So pretty tight range considering what we've been having over the past few days. And the one trade that we had was early in the session when the market was displaying some good bullishness. We had dark green in here, so we ended up getting long just above here and riding this for a 4-point rally, easily hitting our first two objectives. And the worst case scenario for our traders would be 1.5 points taken off on the final partial on that. So that was really the only trade we had. So you can see that most of the movement here did occur in the first 75 minutes or so, and then more or less just sideways for the rest of the day. So not a real lot of opportunity, but so just the one trade, and nicely profitable. So that's all we had today, and a bit of an outlook for what we're thinking could very well happen. The market's pretty bearish. I would not be at all surprised if we reach 990 by next week sometime. That's certainly a possibility, especially if 36 holds. So at any rate, that's a quick look for the market. Any questions or comments, just get a hold of us at info@eMiniDayTrader.com. We'd love to hear from you. Any questions or comments are welcome. Other than that, have a really good weekend, and we will see you again on Monday.